living alone can be very lonely, but it can also be very empowering. I've been living alone now for the past almost 2 months, and sincerely, I feel like now I know myself more than I've known myself in the last 24 years of living on Earth. And so, in today's video, I'm going to talk about my experience living alone and what all of that has done for me and how I'm learning to adapt to it, because also it is very life-changing somewhat, yeah. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely watch this video till the very end. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet, okay? All right, so let's go straight to the video. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jessica Fortunes. If this is your first time here, you're definitely most welcome. To my returning subscribers, hello. It's been a minute. Yes, it's been a minute, and I miss you so much. I miss sitting down here to talk to you guys, but I'm sure that you know why, because I have been putting up videos on YouTube Shorts and also on TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, make sure to follow me there right now. I am Jessica Fortunes across social media platforms actually. And also, in a previous video, I did mention that I was going back to school, remember? I'm going back to school, yay! And so I went back to school in October, which is why I haven't made any video or any sit down video or any vlogs in a very long time. I've had a lot of content, but I haven't had time to sort of put them together and put a video together. So pardon me. But the good thing is I'm back and I'm excited to be back. And so I'm just going to try to catch you all up or bring you up to speed with what's been happening in my life. So if you're interested, sit back, get your popcorn or your drinks, and let's just go right into it. Today's video is going to be very chilled, it's just my way of easing back into doing this YouTube thing. Alright, okay, so of course I mentioned I'm back in school, and so with going to school, I had to leave home. Yeah, because school is far. Yes, I'm schooling in Lagos, Nigeria, but the distance is pretty far, especially because I'm doing a full-time program. So it's like I have to go to school almost every other day. So I have to be close to school, because if I had to come from my house, I wouldn't even make it, because with traffic and the bad roads here in Lagos, Nigeria, I will make it. I will make it. But so now I live on my own, and I've been living alone for the past 2 months approximately. And boy, oh boy, it's been great. Let me say that first. Actually, it's been great. Living alone has helped me to become more grown up. I feel like, yes, I'm 25 years old. Of course, I'm a big girl, but living alone just tops the charts for me. It makes you realize, you're responsible for yourself. You're responsible for your actions. Whatever you don't do is going to be left undone. It's like when you are at home with your sister, your mom, your father, it's like if you don't do it, somebody else in the house will do it. But when you're staying alone, if you don't wash your plates, they're going to be dirty till forever. That's on you. And the whole place is going to be smelling, right? So it has made me more responsible. It's also made me more productive and empowered, because right now I feel so grown up. I go out, I see something that I feel like, oh, this would look very good in my apartment, and then I buy it. Or I probably stay for some time in my house and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go out now for some drinks with friends, or just I have to plan my day. I have a routine. I feel so grown up and so are you sure this is me? Because in fact, guys, one very surprising one is the fact that I've been cooking. I am surprised. That was one of the biggest issues when I was leaving the house. My dad, my mom, even my grandma was like, is she gonna be able to cook? And even me, I was like, oh my god, am I gonna be able to cook? But bro, I spent more times in the kitchen than I ever have. This morning, I actually got up to cook food, I had breakfast. Now I have stew in my fridge. I'm thinking about cooking soup later. Who is this girl? Who is this girl? And all of that, I think, is because I'm living alone. And so with living alone, you start to feel I get it. It's an opportunity for you to live your life, or an opportunity for me to live my life. So it's I know the way I want my life to be. I have a picture of how I want my life to be, how I want my environment to be, how I want things to look like. And so I know that by staying alone, I have to do these things to achieve it. You can't really blame somebody else. You can't blame your mom or your dad, because if you don't do it, it's you. So everything, wherever everything is right now in this house, like I have thought about it, from the colors to the fridge, to like food. Like, what kind of life do I want to live? I want a life where like my apartment is really looking neat. I have my fridge which is stocked with food. So like, because I know that this is kind of life I want, staying alone now makes me actually work to get it, because nobody else is gonna do it. Like I said before, like, you know, it pushes me to like actually do these things and not just lay back and just be lazy. Like, certain things I call my mom and I tell her, oh, I've done that, yeah, I've done it, and it's like, huh, who is this? Like, even me too, sometimes I don't know who it is. So it's like, it's been very, very empowering and just made me learn more about myself, be more productive, and take more responsibilities, right? And also have routines. Like, now I have a routine: time to take my bath, time to go to bed, time to, you know, sweep the house. Like, I sweep the house every day, wash my plates. Like, there's a routine. I try to, you know, do some exercises, maybe skip. Like, I'm like, who's this girl? Who's this girl? But I'm loving it, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. And that's like one of like, or like, those are like the biggest things and biggest lessons from living alone so far. But that said, like I said in the very beginning of this video, living alone can be very lonely. I think living alone, you finally start to see that you're really alone. When you're living with your family and friends, you know, people, you're surrounded by so many people. So even if you don't have a visitor, my sister has a visitor, my mom has a visitor, they have somewhere, there are just activities going on. But when you're living alone, you realize how lonely you are. Especially if you're like me and you don't have a lot of friends. So the little friends you have, or the few friends you have, are like busy with their lives. And sincerely, the distance from here to like where every other person is like so far. So it's like people don't even have time to come and visit you. So it can be very lonely, very, very lonely. But then it also teaches you to enjoy your own company, because like I mentioned, now I've had to have routines, like timing, and like I have to put structure in my day so that I don't just spend my whole day sleeping because I'm lonely or because I'm bored. And so I make a lot of TikTok videos now because, of course, I'm alone, and I'm trying to, you know, make sure that I don't feel so lonely even though I'm alone. Like, I enjoy my company, I'm excited with being alone and not feel lonely, but it can be lonely. And also, it reminds you, if you're like me again, that you're not in a relationship. Yes. And it makes you value the moments, like, for real. I feel like living alone has made me realize, oh my God, if I had a boyfriend, you know, maybe he would be coming to visit me, you know, he'd probably buy some stuff when he's coming, you know. It made me miss that life. And oh my God, like, for real though, it makes you miss all of these things. And I think it makes you appreciate them the more. Because, okay, just yesterday, my friend came visiting, and sincerely, I was excited, I was elated. Is that how they speak that English? Yes. I was so excited to see her. Like, not like we've not seen before, but this time felt so different because, like, oh my God, you took out time from you know, lots of things that you have to do to come here. And I spent time cooking for her, making sure she was comfortable, making sure she was laughing all the while, you know, just making her excited to be around, because it's like, I just want to make sure that she feels appreciated and know how much that I value her being around. So that's what living alone or staying alone makes you realize. It makes you realize the importance of having people around. It makes you appreciate your family the most. Now I have a routine thing where, like, I try to call home every night or every morning just to check up on people and make sure that everyone is doing okay. But when you're staying with them, like, you don't realize how much you miss them until you're like far away from them. So you now create routines to intentionally reach out so that you don't lose touch and all of that. Now, all of that said, right, I really think that as a young lady, regardless of wherever it is you are, living alone, it helps you like build a certain standard for yourself, right? It's like, I don't have anybody right now, it's me, and so I'm doing my things my way. You see the way I'm doing my things. So if you're a guy and you're interested in me or talking to me, it's like, you gotta know that you have to come correct. Like, you gotta know, because like, I already have the standard of living. So you're not gonna come to me and come half-heartedly, because I'm not living my life half-heartedly. Like, I'm setting the standard for myself, and like, you're either up to it or you're not. And sorry, it's not my fault. It's a you problem. So, you know, I really think that every woman should have like a time in her life where she gets to, you know, live alone, you know, experience life alone, and just taking all the emotions and feelings that come from it, this feeling of empowerment, the feeling of lonely times sometimes, the feeling of, oh, I can do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it. If I decide now that I want to go for a party later in the night, I'm gonna go. Like, nobody's gonna stop me. I'll just call my mom, tell her, oh, I'm not home at this moment if I want to. Sometimes I've gone and come back and she doesn't even know. So it's like, it's like just you, it's like, who run the world, girls. So like that feeling, I think that everyone should have it at one point or the other. And if you currently live alone, I definitely can understand that sometimes you could be lonely. What I do is, like I said, I try to have routines, like lots of routines, so that, oh, there's a time to read, there's a time to do office work, there's time to work on my podcast, there's a time to do this, do that, just I've also put in like very healthy habits. Try to eat healthy. I have like a skipping rope where I try to skip. Like, also I'm very protective of who I want in my space. Like, even though I said, yeah, sometimes you can be lonely, but you don't just want any Tom, he can have it, or how they say that thing, in your space. So you're very particular about them. So I'm very particular about who I let into my space. Like, from the door, I'm looking at you, do I want this person in my apartment? Do I don't want you in my apartment? And then I'll decide. And then whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I think that I'm excited for this stage of my life. And so in future videos, I'm gonna, kind of like take you with me on what my routine is like, what it's like being not an undergrad, a postgrad student here in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm gonna show you my routine, living alone, kind of like some living alone diaries. I'm just gonna be sharing more of that. So if that's something you're interested in, again, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure that you like this video if you enjoyed watching it. I hope that you enjoyed watching it, and I try to make this as short as possible so that this is me easing into the new era of my YouTube channel, whatever that is. All right, okay, so until next time, my name is Jessica Fortune, and I'll see you later.